Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Today, we are reading Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K.A. Applegate. And this is Friday, it's the end of the week, so for everyone that goes to work, this day means something, but not to me. This is just another day. All I'm thinking is that I'm going to record 2 videos today, finish writing, editing, and release another chapter of a fanfic, and those are my big plans today. And it has nothing to do with the fact it's like the end of the work week, because blogging like I do, every day is a work day. Unless I'm bedridden, then I'm sort of forced to stop. So let's continue reading Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K.A. Applegate. Dun, 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 dun. There are many dangers for an Andalite and human morph. For one thing, there's the constant danger that you will fall off your 2 legs. The slightest push and you can topple over. But worse by far is the danger of taste. Taste is the sense that can drive an Andalite mad, especially if it involves cinnamon buns or chocolate. From the Earth Diary of Eximli Escorth Isthel. By the time Marco and Prince Jake had half dragged, half carried me out of the theater, I was calm again. We emerged into a brilliant sunlit area where vehicles are parked. Okay, I think we have learned a lesson here, Prince Jake said. No chocolate for Axe. Chocolate? Chocolate? I said, trying out the word. The brown globules are called chocolate? What about the brightly colored pellets? Actually, the globules are called raisinets. The pellets are M&Ms. Are you under control now, Axe? Prince Jake asked. I couldn't tell if he was angry or amused. Yes, I said shakily. The flavor, it was just so wonderful. Cassie and Rachel emerged from the mall behind me. They watched curiously, but kept their distance. As always, we were careful not to appear to be a group. The controllers are everywhere. Suddenly, I heard a ThoughtSpeak message. Hey, you guys? Was the movie that bad? It was Tobias, on patrol far overhead. Of course, no one could answer him. Humans are... shite. Well, let's restart that sentence. We can do it better this time, I promise. Humans can use thought speech only when they're in a morph. And since I was in a human body, I too was restricted to spoken language. There's kind of a thing going on, Tobias said. Just around the corner from you. Some guy staggering around and screaming at the top of his lungs. Cops are coming. Fast. I'm pretty sure I heard the word Yerk. He's heading your way. Just then, I began to hear it too. It was a human shouting in a loud, hoarse voice. Over there, Marco said tersely. A man appeared. He seemed to be having difficulty standing up. He leaned against the outer wall of the store and staggered forward. Human stared at him and moved away. Listen to me! Listen to me! He cried. looking around wildly. They're here! They're here! They're everywhere! The Yeerks are here! My human body felt as if it had been jolted with electricity. Human bodies are very tense when surprised. I could see that Prince Jake and Marco were having the same reaction. I heard sirens wailing and drawing closer. What do we do? Marco asked. Prince Jake turned quickly back to Rachel and Cassie. He made a gesture with his hand. Split up, he said. They're here! The man cried. He suddenly clapped both his hands over his left ear. Got you! God, you die! Die! He's a controller, I said. The yerk in his head is dying. Jake met my gaze. I know, he said. Been there. I nodded. Jake had been made into a controller, though only for a brief time. We had been able to imprison him and starve the yerk. Yerks live in the brains of other species, but every 3 Earth days they must bathe in the yerk pool and soak up Kandrona rays. Without Kandrona rays, they starve and die. Kandrona rays are beamed from a device called a Kandrona. Actually, it's Kandrona wave/particle generator. The rays are beamed and then concentrated in the yerk pool, where the yerks feed. We had found and destroyed the Earth-based Kandrona. Why is this happening now? Rachel asked. It's been weeks since we destroyed the Kandrona. Never seemed to happen. So why now? I shrugged my shoulders, the way humans do to indicate ignorance. I don't know, Rachel. Maybe the Yerks have reached their limit. It would have been a strain on the resources to shuttle controllers back and forth to the mother ship. Maybe something was broken. I didn't think things just broke for you space people, Marco said. Things break, I said truthfully. Break, ache, well, whatever. Scratch one yerk, Marco said harshly. The man was screaming now and yanking at his ear. I could just see the slimy tip of the dying yerk as it slithered out of the man's head. Can't we help him? It was Cassie. She and Rachel had defied Prince Jake's order to split up. They were with us now as we watched, horrified and transfixed. We have to stay clear of this, Prince Jake said. But maybe it's finally starting. It may just be this one guy, but there may be more. Finally! I expected this to start happening weeks ago. Yerk's dying. Controller suddenly free and human again. He grinned. It was a savage look. They'll die, and their host will be free. At first, people will think they're nuts, but when they have 10, 20, 50 people all yelling and but when they have 10, 20, 50 people all yelling about the yerks, they won't be able to cover that up. Not for long. His voice had risen, becoming higher, and the words came out faster. He was obviously excited. Suddenly, an ambulance raced up, followed by 2 police cars, all with flashing lights and screaming sirens. Ha! Marco said. I'm sure some of the cops are controllers, but they can't all be. Jake's right. The truth will get out. This is going to work. The truth is going to come out. The replacement Kandrona is supposed to be here soon, Rachel pointed out. We should have seen a lot more of this. The Yerks must have found a way to keep this from happening till now. Rachel is a true warrior. She does not underestimate her enemies. She was not ready to start talking about victory. But the others were all very happy. They believed that many Yerks would die, and the hosts would be free to tell the world the truth. They believed they had won the war. It made me sad for them, because I knew the truth. I knew how the Yerks operated. I almost told Prince Jake right then. He has a special reason to be hopeful. His brother, Tom, is a controller. There's nothing Prince Jake would want as much as his brother's freedom. But I knew the screaming controller with the dying Yerk in his head was just an oversight. Something had gone wrong with the Yerk's secret efforts. But I knew that there would be no witnesses. I knew what would happen to this poor, shouting human. Jake was my prince now, my leader. But if I told him, it would lead to questions. I could not answer questions, not without revealing the terrible truth behind the law of Ciro's kindness. Humans rushed from the ambulance and the police cars. Most, as Marco had said, were probably true, normal humans. They grabbed the screaming man, who was still pulling the yerk from his ear. Oh, Lord! What is that? He's pulling his brains out! One policeman cried in horror. The yerks! They're here! The human screamed. Die! Die! Get out of me and die! Freedom! The police surrounded the man and hustled him to the ambulance. It was hard to see, unless you were expecting it. The moment when one of the policemen drew a small steel cylinder from his pocket and pressed it against the back of the man's neck. I can't believe it, Cassie exulted. Maybe it's really going to happen. Maybe people will realize the truth. They have a real live yerk now, Prince Jake said. They can't cover this up forever. Again, I thought of telling them the truth. That the human was already gone. That the yerk slug would crumble into dust. That no evidence would be left behind. But even though these humans were my friends, even though we fought side by side, there were secrets I could not tell them. I could not tell them how a race of parasitic slugs had come to be a danger to the entire galaxy. I could not tell them why we Andalites had to fight the Yerks, why we had no choice but to fight them, why we hated them so deeply. We have secrets, we Andalites, and the greatest secret of all is our own guilt. This is great, Prince Jake said, smiling. Yes, I said. Great. And that's the end of that lovely chapter. I know this book is called The Alien, probably referencing the fact that Axe is the alien. But this book really focuses on how, well, alien Axe feels. There is no other member of his species on the planet. He is now working with a species that his people say not to really work with or trust. And the top this, well, shit sandwich off is he is also told, by the whole honor code thingamajig, that he has to kill one of the biggest bads that the galaxy has ever known. Like, he's like, it's Vischer 3, and it's like, yeah, it's a really horrible enemy there, but your brother was killed by him, so ta-da! It's like, holy shit! Like, he is not having a good day, and he needs a hug, but he wouldn't really, he's feeling very alien. And I am assuming the people that chose the title, because I do believe that K.A. Applegate did not choose the titles herself. It was basically like, okay, write the book, okay, here's the title. So yeah, I really doubt the people that chose the titles were like, oh, look see, it's a double meaning. It's an alien because X is the alien, and then he's also feeling very alien on an alien planet with the species he considers aliens. I'm not going to give those people that much credit, but I find it's just sort of awesome like that. So, for all of you who have not read the books, what do you think is the deep, dark secret behind Zero's kindness? And if you do, comment below with your guesses. I'll like it, and that's not a confirmation whether you're right or not. That's just me saying I noticed you. And please comment below with anything else you noticed about this chapter. Something you liked, you disliked. But remember, no major spoilers. I am hoping against hope that people get into this series via these videos. So there are some big twists and turns that you really need to experience without knowing they're coming. Now, and then later you can look back at the series and like, oh, hey, I'm connecting some dots here. So if you do want to talk spoilers with me and you're on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr Ask Box, and you can just ask me anything about Animorphs, theories, headcanons, whatever. And hello, if you've actually become a Fanimorph because of these videos, hello. Welcome to the fandom. You may have noticed there's no cookies in this fandom. However, here's the thing. We have cinnamon buns, aka humanity's greatest invention. And if you would like your very own copy of Animorphs number 8, the link in the description. If you're on my blog, link down below. And both links will take you to where you can buy your very own copy of Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K.A. Applegate. Now, I can understand not wanting to buy via those links for various reasons. However, here's the thing. You can do 3 things just by using those links to buy Animorphs number 8. 1, you get your very own copy of Animorphs number 8, The Alien by K. Applegate. 2, you help support K. Applegate, the author of Animorphs number 8, The Alien. And number 3, you help support me and this blog. So, just throwing that out there. Okay, if you're on the YouTubes, please like this video if you really wish Axe would just tell the group the truth. Also, remember to subscribe, because I will be reading not only all of Animorphs number 8, but the entire Animorphs series. And I am also starting a dramatic reading of The Inheritance Cycle. Currently just on the first book, Aragon, by Christopher Paolini. So there's 2 dramatic readings for you to follow. And also I do reviews and weekly videos. So yeah, there's a whole lot for you to do on this YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, you you can choose the follow by email option so you'll be kept up to date with everything I do on my blog. Not only do I do dramatic readings, mini reviews, fan fictions, a bunch of stuff. So yay! And the next episode of my dramatic reading of Animorphs number 8 will be in a few short hours, so stay tuned. Watch a bunch of my other videos. So, yeah. And until next video, goodbye.